Welcome to the Soulside Talk Show. I'm your host, David J. Dill. This is another episode of Friday Night Fire, episode 3 in our series dealing with Dr. Albert Einstein's statement. He said, "The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a hostile or a friendly universe." So I'm having a lot of fun with this particular subject because we get a chance to explore the depths of what he is saying. And it's quite true that we are experiencing the results of both. We believe in both a hostile universe and we believe in a friendly universe. And we are experiencing the results of both here on planet Earth. Okay. You got people who are bent on being extremely hostile. You also have some other people who have decided that, look, I'm going to live in a friendly universe. This is the universe I wish to experience. And there are people who understand that, the more we believe in a thing, the more we see those things come to pass, right? So we have accepted ourselves as creators. We have accepted ourselves as having been created in the image and the likeness of the Creator to create. So this is what we do. And we are being more intentional and more deliberate about what we want to see happen next. Some of us have come to the conclusion that just because negativity has popped its ugly head, that doesn't have to be our next reality, you see. And so if you're one of those people who recognizes that you are the creator of your own experience and that you have a choice as to which reality you would like to see happen next, then a statement by Dr. Albert Einstein such as this really is quite refreshing. The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a hostile or a friendly universe. I don't know about you, but I'm crunk. that whole thing is exciting to me because it lets me know I have a choice. And I think what happens to us a lot of times is we let the past determine what our future is going to be. We come up with all kinds of statements, that the past is the best predictor of what's going to take place in the future, right? We come up with all kinds of stuff, and then we wonder why history keeps repeating itself. Let me tell you why history keeps repeating itself. I posted on this earlier this week on this particular subject matter, the fact that the reason history repeats itself is because we keep focusing on it. You see, what we focus on expands. That's just how we're built. That's just how the Creator created us to create. We are conscious entities dwelling in bodies of flesh here on earth, and we get what we think about, whether we want it or not. Thoughts become things in this world, you see. So, isn't it worth our while to be a bit more deliberate and a bit more intentional about what we want to see happen next? Well, here's the deal, right? Because let's just take me for example, right? Now, I've had a lot of things that I have failed on in the past. Relationships, work projects, businesses, projects, there are a lot of things that have failed in my life. There's a lot of good things that have happened too. But if I'm constantly focusing on, man, you sure messed that up. Man, that show didn't work out. Man, this and man, that, the other. You understand what I'm saying? If I keep dwelling on my failures, that sets up a vibration within me that an attraction-based universe will respond to. It's constantly responding. This attraction-based universe that we live in is constantly responding to the vibrations we emit. And we can feel what those vibrations are within us. We feel it. We know these things to be emotions, whether they're positive or whether they're negative, right? So it only stands to reason that if I want to see something good happen next, that's what I'm going to have to focus on in my mind. So now when I look back to the past, when I look back to different things that have happened in my life, right? I have to look at it from a higher perspective, from a feel good place, because that's where our power is. Our power, the flow of life energy comes from our feel good place. That's when you know that you're aligned with God, when you're feeling good. And when you're feeling bad, that lets you know when your thoughts and your beliefs are misaligned with God in you. And we talk about that a lot also here on the Soul Side Talk Show. So the thing about believing for the package deal of a friendly universe in spite of what we have seen, okay? In other words, we have made a decision not to let the past dictate our future. It don't matter what took place in the past, because what's in the past is in the past. It's totally in the past. Now, you can reactivate the past in your now by focusing on it. And if you focus on it enough, it will begin to shape and form your future. So when it comes to good things, when it comes to that which is lovely, when it comes to that which is victorious, when it comes to that which is good and beneficial, yeah, we want to repeat those things and improve upon those things. But when it comes to negativity, when it comes to hostility, when it comes to things that make us feel bad, when it comes to things we don't like and don't want, there is no real benefit to focusing and dwelling on those things. Because what will happen is it will set up a vibration within us that an attraction-based universe will respond to and determine our next reality. That's just how life works. Okay? How do we know? The Lord said in his word, he said, according to your faith, be it unto you. According to your faith, be it unto you. That which you are believing. And so what is it that you're believing? Well, you're believing whatever it is that you're thinking about over and over and over again. Last week we talked about the fact that that beliefs are thoughts that we practice again and again and again. So isn't it beneficial? Isn't it to your advantage? Isn't it a better choice to think about what you want to see happen next more than the negative things that happened in your past? You see, well, I sure messed that up. Man, that was a terrible situation. Oh God, I don't want that thing to happen again and again. Well, if you don't want it to happen again and again, learn the best lesson that you can from it, carry that with you, and make sure you understand that whatever it is that you went through back then, okay, something better awaits you. The Lord said in his word, ask and it is given. Ask and it is given. And see, the thing about something that is given, it can't be given without it already having been prepared. So this is another subject matter that I discussed earlier in the week. I've been posting on Facebook, the fact that when it comes to what we have asked for, and the fact that the Lord said it is given, we get to experience it twice. We get to experience what we asked for twice. Here's what I mean by that. The fact of the matter is, if it is given, right, and you can't see it yet, it's invisible, but it's real. Just because you haven't experienced it yet, just because you haven't, just because it's invisible to you, right, that don't mean it's not real. if I can believe God at his word, this God we say we believe in, this God who cannot lie, right? And he says it is given the thing that I'm asked for. That is a yes to an answered prayer. To a prayer that has been asked, a petition that's been asked. We ask the Lord for this and we ask the Lord for that, and he says yes. He says ask and it is given. That is an affirmative answer. So if I can just simply settle in right there, I can experience what he has said yes to. Just understanding that it's real. We get a chance to experience the invisible version of what we asked for. And then we also get a chance to experience the physical version of what we asked for when it pops, right? When it manifests. But there's a gap. There's a gap between going through what we went through that made us ask for what we wanted and the time it takes for it to manifest into our physical experience. See, there's a gap right there. And within that gap, I'm talking about the gap between what we went through that caused us to ask for what we asked for and the time that it takes for it to actually pop into our experience, right? We planted it as a seed here, and now it's manifesting here. There's a gap in time there. And what determines the ability for it to manifest, to sprout out the ground, right? The time in between right there, that is our creation period. See, God gave us what we asked for, but now it's on us to allow it to grow. It's on us to nurture that seed. It's on us to cultivate an environment where that seed can grow. So what do? We nourish it. We fertilize it. We water it. We take care of it. And we make sure that nothing happens to oppose what it is that we planted. See, farmers are very intentional about what they plant. You understand what I'm saying? And they're very intentional about making sure that nothing else grows or that nothing else is choking out weeds, right? We're trying to make sure nothing else is choking out that which we planted. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way thoughts are. Thoughts are like seeds, and they will manifest. The life it takes for that seed to manifest, everything is on the inside of that seed. It's ready to go. There's enough life on the inside of that seed for it to manifest. We just have to make sure not to oppose that which it is we are believing for. And God said yes to what we asked for. So now it's just a matter of believing, practicing the thought of that thing, manifesting again and again. This is what we do as creators, you see. But if our mind is on something that opposes what it is that God said yes to, well, see, that's our problem right there. That's how we block our own blessings. You see what I'm saying? So in this effort to believe in a friendly universe, in this effort to basically believe in heaven's possibilities and ignoring heaven's impossibilities. See, the hostile things that take place in a hostile universe, those things are impossible in the friendly universe's realm. So we don't even consider them as potential realities for ourselves. What we do is we only think about and we dream about and we consider the possibilities that take place in a friendly universe. And the more we practice those thoughts, the more they have a chance to bloom and blossom into our experience. Isn't that fun? I hope you got something out of today's episode here on the Soulside Talk Show, another episode of Friday Night Fire. I hope you'll come back and join us next week. Is that all right? Y'all take care. Peace, and may the Lord richly bless you. Amen.